Hi everybody, I'm Dr. Leyva. I'm going to talk to you guys about a very common condition, which is called a herniated disc. A lot of people don't know what that is. So I'm going to very briefly, and hopefully it's not boring, but I'm going to explain to you exactly what a herniated disc is. It's one of the most painful things that you can experience physically. And it's one also, if it's untreated or if it's treated improperly, it can cause for you to have a surgery. So let's show you what we're talking about here. Okay, so this is a picture of a video that I'm about to show you. Okay, what we're looking at is the spine. So here's the two bones, okay, and here's the disc. So the way it works is that nerves come through here, okay? So the job of the bone is to protect that nerve that you have right here. And then the job of this disc is to stay thick and to protect that nerve. But sometimes this can bulge out. Okay, so that's what this video is going to show. It's very basic and simple. There's two major components to a disc. It's the outside and the inside. So the outside is this thick fiber, and the inside, it's like this little gel. And when these fibers tear, it'll push into the actual nerve, and it'll make it feel, a herniated disc will feel like you got stabbed or like you can't move. And you'll be able to tell some of the symptoms of a patient with a herniated disc. They kind of, I'm going to show you how it works, okay? They kind of sit like this. They can't, I know I look silly, all right, but that's how it looks. So they're like, oh, and they can't find their spot. So no matter where they look, wherever they move, they can't find their spot. And so then that's a giant red flag. They'll start to sweat, and it's agonizing pain. And then so what normally is done is that when you see a family member like that, the first thing that you do when you see a family member like that is that you want to go to the ER, okay? So the way that they evaluate it is, it's pretty obvious that you have that. So an exam that they're going to do is called an MRI. And an MRI is good to have when you think that you have a herniated disc because it can tell you how far protruded it is. So it can actually bulge out too far out, okay? If this bulges all the way out, then there's nothing even that we can do for you. And the pain's agonizing, and so what a surgeon will do is come in here and remove that and then stabilize this, okay? So my job, my specialty is to help you avoid this, so I'm gonna show you how, okay? So I'm gonna show you this video. It's from spinehealth.com. It does a really good job of showing you exactly where the disc herniation is and how it happens. So the most common spots are in your low back, which is called your lumbar, and this is that fiber that I'm telling you about. So the gel can rip through this, and then it'll put pressure on the nerve, and it's going to feel like it's like you're getting stabbed. So that's where that needle or that stabbing sensation comes from, okay? That should be thick, and its purpose is to protect that nerve, but these fibers, they tear, and then this will bulge out. So the most common places that you'll have this are in the low back and in the neck. It's very rare that you have it in the mid-back, okay? And then, so you'll feel like you're on fire is basically how it feels. Now, I'm gonna give you a real-life example. This patient got T-boned. So here's his x-ray. And when he first came in, his spine, it's folded all the way like this, you see that? So here are those bones. Okay, and the disc is in the middle, so the nerves, they come out here. And so sometimes, so think of this like an ice cream sandwich. You have two cookies and the ice cream. Now imagine you take a big bite, right? Well, that fluid's gonna want to pop out, all right? So actually, when he went to the hospital, they told him that his x-rays are normal, and you'll hear that often. So the way it works is that when you go to a hospital or a clinic, normally they shoot your x-rays or they'll do an MRI, and a radiologist gets that, and then he's looking for fractures or he's looking for severe disc herniation, depending on the study that you're doing. So in this case, they told the doctor that his x-ray is normal. So the doctor didn't even see the x-ray. The doctor just read the report from somebody that hasn't even met the patient, okay? So what they do is that they'll give you muscle relaxers, anti-inflammatories. If they do an MRI and they find that one of these discs is bulging, then some of the treatments are shots, injections, physical therapy, and stretching. So many patients come in here, right, and their spine's like this. They've already tried chiropractic. They've already tried physical therapy. They've had muscle relaxers, injections. And so once those things aren't working, then the surgeon's going to recommend surgery, right? So what can we do that's different? So the specialty that we do, this is the same patient. This is before and after. This is after treatment. So he came in, and 3 months later, that's his spine now. So those discs aren't wanting to bulge all the way out, okay? So I mean, now he's great. When he came in here, he could barely get out of bed. He was shaking. He had night sweats. He had severe constipation. I mean, this guy was really struggling, and he didn't want surgery at all. So I told him, yeah, we'll work with you. And of course, depending on the kind of injury, I won't know whether or not you are a candidate for this kind of care. There's been many times where I'll see the MRIs or I'll see the studies that have been done. And I mean, if something's broken or if that bulges all the way out, then there's nothing I can do for you. Okay, and it's happened a few times. So that's why I say it's important that I got to come in here, I got to do an exam and see exactly where you're at. So this is the before and after of this patient. And so that's what we do that's unique and different. Most doctors can't do that. Actually, almost no doctors can move your spine like that without surgery. So that's a specialty that we have here at My Life Chiropractic. So I hope that was helpful. I just wanted to do a video on what a disc herniation is, and the purpose of this video is just to educate people on what it is. Because a lot of people have that, and it'll come, it'll go, it'll come, it'll go. And then your spouse might get stuck or they can't move. It's very common that the wife tells me, oh, I have to help my husband out. And then so what people normally tend to do is that they wait until it's very far out or until it's too late for me to help them. But the sooner you diagnose it, the better, and the easier and the better results that you get. The last thing you want to be doing is working out or putting weight on a weak structure like that, because then it can blow all the way out, and then it's pretty bad. Okay, so if you guys have any questions, feel free to inbox me. I'm always available. I hope this was helpful, and I hope you liked it. Thank you, and have a great day.